Rumble has been a force since he last fought in the UFC. And tonight, Anthony Johnson will face off with one of the division's best, Mr. Wonderful, Phil Davis.
Anthony Rumble Johnson!
When I'm fighting, I don't even really hear the crowd. I kind of forget where I'm at. I just want to hunt and stalk the guy that's in front of me and hurt him as much as I can.
My job is to win. I'm going to land some good strikes. I'm looking to submit. I'm looking to finish the fight as soon as possible.
Wow! Incredible. Phil Davis, the winner by submission.
Phil Davis is an elite grappler, an elite athlete. He's one of the very best wrestlers in the game.
Oh! Huge takedown by Davis.
This isn't a wrestling match. This is a fight. I can put anybody out, whoever it is. They know I can punch them one time, kick them one time, and they're done.
Oh! Oh my goodness!
You can outstrike him by staying outside. And when he comes forward, take him down. I know I'm going to be the best in the world. I just keep moving up the ladder. There's only so many spots before you fight the champion.
This fight is my chance to show everybody that me being on a 6-fight winning streak isn't a fluke, because I don't ever plan on losing. I'm back now.
Welcome back, Anthony Rumble Johnson. Last time we saw him in the octagon, Joe, was in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in January of 2012. Missed weight again in that fight against Vitor Belfort. He said, and I quote, he said, "I was stubborn and immature. I thought I could fight at 170. I thought I'd be the best in the world, but finally he realized he's just not built that way. He's got the body of a heavyweight, and he's more comfortable fighting as a light heavyweight."
Well, you used to see him walking around between fights, and you couldn't imagine how he could make 170. I mean, that guy probably put in more time losing weight and deteriorated his body more than any elite fighter in the UFC.
That's a great point.
I mean, he was just so big. We're talking about like 230 dropping down to 170, and that's not an exaggeration. He's a very, very talented fighter. And Rashad Evans, who trains with him on a regular basis at the Black Zillions camp, has said, this guy is something special and so much better now that he's not starving himself. You know, this point of diminishing returns that fighters reach when they're trying to cut weight, I think the best example might be Anthony Johnson. We saw him at heavyweight beat Andre Arlovsky, and I mean beat him down, knock him silly in the first round. I thought the fight was stopped. They let the fight go on. Andre had a broken jaw, and Rumble Johnson showed that not only does he have the power for a light heavyweight, he's got the power for a heavyweight too. When you're talking about a former heavyweight champion, and he was just all over it. He can do that to any man on the planet. If Anthony Johnson hits you, you've got real problems.
11 career wins by knockout or TKO. Many of those he has earned inside the octagon, and that's what he's looking for against Mr. Wonderful tonight. Mr. Wonderful, Phil Davis. A 4-fight unbeaten streak for the first American in UFC history to submit a Brazilian in Brazil. Davis has been simply outstanding. His only loss to the former champion, Rashad Evans, Anthony Johnson's teammate.
And Anthony Johnson has really, really tightened up his striking. We saw that in the Vinny Magalhães fight. Really showed a much, much improved jab, excellent right hand, and just really looked like he had tightened up all the various aspects of his boxing and his kickboxing. And he's training at that Alliance camp with, there you see Eric Del Fiero, who's done an amazing job of putting together one of the very best mixed martial arts gyms in the world. And Phil's one of the standouts of that gym. And just an elite fighter. Great wrestling, great submissions, and a big task ahead of him tonight.
Also in the background, Joe, you see Neil Melanson. He's relocated to San Diego, trained fighters for many years in Vegas. He's the new Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach there, and you know Phil Davis can learn from that man. He's one of the best in the business.
Well, he's a very talented submission artist. I would say more of a catch wrestling guy
Yeah,
than
very much so.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which really goes well with the wrestling of Phil Davis. But, I mean, Neil Melanson is very well versed in all aspects of submission.
Davis has defeated two #1 contenders in his career, Alexander Gustafsson and Lyoto Machida. Our tale of the tape for this, our co-main event of the evening, 29-year-old Davis, 30-year-old Johnson. Everything else is nearly identical. And once again, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Anthony Rumble Johnson! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record, 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, Phil, Mr. Wonderful! When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee. Vanessa, Ariani, Brittany, our entire crew here in Baltimore, Maryland for the very first time. Phil Davis, Anthony Johnson, here we go. The familiar pink trunks for Phil Davis, white trunks for Rumble Anthony Johnson.
I can't believe how big Rumble is. It's crazy looking at him here.
To think he once was a welterweight fighter.
And the big question is, how will Phil Davis deal with the power of Rumble Johnson? We said that Phil has improved and tightened up his striking, but what he hasn't demonstrated is the kind of power that Rumble has shown from the jump.
So far, Phil circling away from the big right hand of Rumble Johnson.
And also using straight kicks, which he likes to use to keep guys off him.
Johnson is one of the strongest fighters in any weight division, Joe. One of the strongest fighters in mixed martial arts today.
And Johnson, no slouch as a wrestler either. He might not have the credentials that Phil Davis has, but he was a junior college national champion himself.
Had a 104-match win streak in high school.
He nailed Davis with that uppercut.
Phil's got to be careful
again.
Looking for that shot, Joe. He gets caught.
He dropped down.
Good takedown defense.
Oh, good right hand there by Davis. Rumble can't get too impatient.
Davis, 2-time Big Ten champion, 2-time national finalist, 4-time All-American.
Hard kick there by Rumble.
Phil was very clear in talking about this fight that he wants to use his wrestling, and he wants to set it up with his hands. Rumble working his striking with Henry Hooft at the Black Zillions. After what Rashad Evans said, a slow start for our team. We're starting to find our way and get it in the right gear. 3-round fight, co-main event.
So far, Johnson looks very relaxed in his UFC debut, very patient, hit him with a nice uppercut again. Davis has got to be real careful because Rumble's slipping that uppercut in underneath the arms of Davis as he goes in for the takedown.
Johnson in the UFC for the first time in about 28 months. And the first time at 205 pounds.
And Johnson looking very relaxed here. This is a big fight for him, coming back to the UFC. Oh, and he caught him over the top with that right hand. And another
nice
uppercut.
quick uppercut.
Those uppercuts are nasty.
Yeah, you can
Davis
see the
is in
expression
trouble.
on Phil's face.
But Davis gets a hold of him here. Let's see if Johnson can spin out. He does. Now
Careful here.
Davis is in
Big
real
shots
trouble.
by Rumble.
Davis is busted
Oh,
up.
he is big time. Johnson damaging the left eye of Phil Davis with some vicious shots while Davis was down.
Davis is in a lot of trouble here, Mike, and he has not been able to do anything with the grappling of Anthony Rumble Johnson. Good kick by Johnson and spins out of the takedown attempt.
Anthony's punishing Phil Davis every time he looks for the takedown.
He looks like a killer in there tonight.
There's even blood on the left shin of Anthony Johnson from the
kick
face
there
of Davis.
by Johnson.
Big start for Rumble, who said very candidly he wants to show everybody that the 6-fight win streak outside of the UFC wasn't a fluke.
Well, he looks so patient and relaxed in there as well. Very composed. Especially considering that he's taking on a guy in Phil Davis, who's one of the highest ranked guys in this division.
He was 7-4 in the UFC with 6 knockouts from 07 to 2012.
Rumble very, very calm here. And look at the improved conditioning of Rumble. And I think you could probably attribute that to the fact that he's not starving himself to get down to 170 pounds. Finally fighting at his natural weight, he looks great.
And not just that, Joe, but being able, I was talking to Rashad Evans last night, being able to train at 100%
Yes.
instead of cutting weight a month early.
Exactly. And you know, he owned his mistakes too.
For sure.
Oh, he hurt him
Another
with a
big
big
shot.
left and a right. I mean, he said, I was a dumb kid, and I
Stubborn.
learned, and
Yep.
I grew. Hard jab again by Johnson. He is busting Phil Davis up.
Lopsided, round 1 for Rumble.
About as lopsided as we've ever seen Phil Davis in a fight.
Johnson has stuffed all 3 of Phil Davis's takedown attempts thus far in the fight.
And calm and relaxed and composed for the entire round. Look at him, he's going back to his corner, barely breathing heavy.
Pretty good way to return.
Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Chair's right behind you. Deep breath. Deep breath. Good, deep breath. Hey, we need to push him back. I need the punches straight, down the middle. You got it. Down the middle. Deep breath. Take some water. He's going hard on that first defense on the takedown. Shot, reshot. Hey.
Eric Del Fiore talking to Phil Davis.
Right back up, we throw something. In and out, don't stand up.
Here we see Rumble with a nasty uppercut, and Phil Davis took that one clean. And here's another one. Missed that one, comes over the top. Davis trying very hard for the takedown. Stuffed it.
And then some big shots when he was on the ground. So these two men are ready to continue this battle as we get set for the start of round number 2. Round 2, Johnson and Davis. You heard Eric Del Fiore talking in the corner of Phil Davis. And you almost get the feeling, Joe, that if Phil can't get this to the mat, he's in big trouble.
He looks like he's in big trouble already. He's got to figure out something that he can do to Rumble Johnson. Whether it's take him down, kick him. There's an inside leg kick.
You know, it's one thing our matchmaker, longtime matchmaker, the best in the business, Joe Silva, says, make people pay when they go for takedowns. And that's what Johnson did in round 1.
Well, the difference in power is pretty substantial. I mean, Davis is a good striker, but he's never been a one-punch knockout guy. Rumble Johnson's a murderer.
And he stuffed all 3 of the takedown attempts from the former national champion.
Davis is also hesitating with his strikes where he's not covering enough distance. It's like he's anticipating the return fire, so he's pulling back on the shots before they even get there.
And he needs those strikes to set up
a
potential takedown.
Even when he's throwing these kicks, you see how he's throwing them?
Yep.
I mean, he's anticipating see how he's pulling back immediately? He's anticipating that. Whereas Rumble Johnson is able to relax. But it doesn't mean that Phil can't catch him.
Absolutely
not. If Rumble gets a little bit too lackadaisical or too overconfident, he could easily run into something.
Rumble looks really, really relaxed. Little lefty-righty, back and forth from the orthodox to the southpaw stance. Head kick!
Davis is moving away from that. But man, if Rumble catches you clean.
Rumble has scored 2 head kick knockouts in his UFC career.
Just stuffing these takedowns like it's nothing.
That's the big storyline right there. Junior college national champion, but we also go to that term MMA wrestling, like a Rashad Evans who's excellent at it.
Oh,
again with the uppercut.
Again. And Rashad out-wrestled Phil Davis in their bout as well.
Yes.
With Rumble training with Rashad on a daily basis, that had to give him confidence. Another high kick. Even catching those on the gloves is brutal.
Nice
good
slip and
angles.
rip.
Yeah, beautiful angle there by Johnson.
The former light heavyweight champion, Rashad Evans, very close to Anthony Johnson. They have a great relationship, and he was very active in helping Anthony get prepared for tonight's return.
Yeah, he's very, very high on this kid. He couldn't praise him enough when I was talking to him about it. He's like, this guy, I couldn't believe that he fought at 170 because he's kicking my ass every day in the gym.
Defensive angles for Johnson, counter-striking. And again with that nice jab.
Beautiful, stiff jab.
And you see Davis, like you said, Joe, kind of short-arming it just a little bit.
Yeah, he's been hit hard so many times. It's hard to commit when you got a guy waiting to take your head off.
Phil throwing those kicks now. Rumble does it after the combo jump.
I think the kicks are probably his best bet, especially long straight kicks to keep the guy off him. I mean, he's got to figure out something that he can do to be successful, because at this point, he's just getting stalked.
Oh, another big shot.
Another one.
That counter uppercut is dynamic for Rumble Johnson.
And he hit him with a beautiful front kick to the body there. Oh, he's just disdained. And that's where he's got to be careful. He's got to be careful he doesn't get overconfident and run into something.
Southpaw stance.
He's got to still keep what he's doing, but respect the ability of Phil Davis.
Watch for the kick to the body.
There's a big sprawl. Wow, takedown defense is outstanding.
Against a national champion.
And look at his conditioning. I mean, at 170, he would be tired heading into the second and third rounds. We saw that in the Koscheck fight. But here at 205, he looks great.
Phil Davis said very succinctly, I want to wrestle. He hasn't been able to do so. Johnson has stuffed all 5 takedown attempts so far in this fight. Final 15 seconds of the second. Rumble looks great.
Switch kicks coming.
Final seconds.
Why you don't use him? Your kick. Hey, no, not like dude. Why you don't listen? Yeah. Listen then. Why you don't listen? You punch everything good. Just every minute your cardio is like sick, but you need to use your kicks. Hey, listen, you need to use your kicks. Yeah, you understand that? He's dead. After 2.5 minutes, he's so tired, nothing's gonna happen anymore. This guy must go out of there. This guy must get out of there.
He's backing up. When he's like this, straight right to the body. Straight down. Got it. We need to finish this round. Got it. All right, deep breath. Another deep breath. Take some water. Deep breath. Hey, just light on your feet. In and out, in and out. 2 wonders. We got to chase it hard on those body locks. We got to push.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Third round.
Very interesting and very telling. The corner of Phil Davis saying he needs to finish, but not giving him any ways or paths to do so. They don't have any answers.
I wonder what the great Cael Sanderson would say, now the head coach at Penn State. The Iowa State Cyclone and perhaps the greatest amateur wrestler of all time.
Right hand to the body by Rumble, and that's what Rashad Evans was calling for in the corner. Who's saying hit him with that straight right to the body. And Henry who's saying your cardio is sick. And it is. It's about as good as Rumble's cardio's ever looked in the octagon.
Well, in listening to him in all of the pre-fight interviews, you can see the maturation process hitting high gear
And
for
again,
Anthony Johnson.
And, you know, a big point of it was the fact that he admitted what
Yes.
was wrong was him.
Yep.
You know, I mean, he didn't make any excuses. He said, I was dumb.
Stubborn. And now he's where he needs to be. Which, oh, by the way, is the same weight class as his buddy Rashad. Big swing with the right. Man.
Beautiful takedown defense. I mean, just outstanding takedown defense.
He swings with one thing in mind, destruction.
But technically, you know, he's
Yeah.
moving right, constant head movement. Look at
Right
that.
there.
Beautiful, relaxed head movement in there.
And Henry Hooft wants some more kicks. That one from Davis.
You got to be careful of those. Davis still has some pop.
Phil
Right
looking
hand.
for his first completed takedown. Doesn't look like he'll get it. They battle in the clinch.
And Phil's going to probably try to drop down for the legs if Anthony breaks loose of the clinch. Oh, man.
Three minutes remain in the fight.
Hard leg kick by Johnson. Oh!
I mean, look how solid Anthony Johnson is.
This takedown defense is just ridiculous.
7 for 7.
And that has got to be really disheartening for Phil Davis.
Our stats tonight, powered by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram. Again, left to right with the stance. Southpaw to orthodox. Watch for the body kick with Rumble in this southpaw stance. He switches back, Joe.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to set up a kick too. His back heel was coming off the ground. There's the oblique kick to the body. He went right to the body with that kick.
Phil's trying to get in there. 2 minutes remain.
So few punches have landed by Davis. It's quite amazing. Ducked under that kick quite easily.
Significant strikes landed for Davis, just 16. Great
Look at this.
defense by Johnson.
Oh,
whoa,
man.
just missed.
He is just working Phil Davis. Hard jab. A minute and a half to go, and I don't think we've ever seen Phil Davis get dominated like this. Phil's looking for the single here.
Johnson with a great percentage of strikes landing. And the other part of a great boxer is making your opponent miss, and he's doing that too.
Amazing.
8 for 8.
I mean, we are witnessing the rebirth of Anthony Rumble Johnson.
This is a huge statement that he is making in his comeback to the UFC after 2 years and 3 months.
You know, props to Phil Davis because he has not gone into a defensive shell. He's trying to find a way to win. He just lacks the striking tools to do so. He just doesn't have the firepower. If you can't take Rumble down, you're in for a long night.
And like you said in the fight with his teammate Rashad Evans, he had the same problem.
Exactly. Now Rumble swinging at him.
Question is, how high does he skyrocket in the rankings?
And Rumble holding up. Look at this. Elbows to the head by Davis. Davis looking for the Kimura.
Final seconds of the fight. They go the distance. Welcome back, Anthony Johnson.
Welcome back in a big way. Anthony Johnson just became one of the biggest contenders in the light heavyweight division. Just like that. I mean, Phil Davis is one of the top-ranked guys, and Anthony just worked him for 3 rounds. Not only did he beat him virtually every minute of the round. Every exchange, he came out on top. I mean, incredible performance by Rumble Johnson.
Vicious striking, especially the uppercuts of Johnson.
Just incredible. I mean, not just the best Anthony Johnson has ever looked in his career. Like, he reached his potential tonight. And he reached his potential in a huge, high-profile bout. Just put a beating on Phil Davis.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
I'm here with the winner, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Baltimore, what's up, baby?
First of all, Anthony, welcome back to the UFC. I've been watching your fights outside the octagon. I've been seeing your improvement. Tonight, what you showed is what we've always known, that you have massive potential. And this was probably one of the best performances of your career.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank my manager, Glenn Robinson, and everybody that supported me. I'd like to thank the Black Zillions. It's been a long road coming. I trained really hard. Since I left, I've matured so much. And once again, I got to thank my manager, my team, and God and my family, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Do you think that adversity, failing to make weight and all the problems that you had, do you think that leaving the UFC is what turned it all around for you and really made you become much more disciplined?
Mr. Dana White, thank you for what you did. Everybody give a hand clap for Dana, baby, because he's the man who changed me, made me turn into a beast.
Let's take a look at some of your handiwork tonight, because, I mean, we've never seen anybody do this to Phil Davis inside the octagon. You stepped in here after a long time out and took on one of the top-ranked light heavyweights and just dominated the fight. From the beginning of the round to the end of the fight, it was all the Anthony Rumble Johnson show.
Well, if you don't remember, on Twitter, he did an interview, he said he was going to be standing in the middle talking to you because he was going to beat the brakes off me because of the statements that Dana made. But guess what, everybody? Anthony Rumble Johnson's in the middle, baby. I ain't going to give up.
Well, Anthony, congratulations. Welcome back to the UFC. It was a pleasure watching you fight tonight. Rumble Johnson!